Done a new album. Fire, bro. There's not that many good songs on it, but there's 3 like freaking bangers on it. I've already done 4 sets here. You know, I usually only do 3 to 4, but this exercise specifically is, I don't know if you guys can see, but chest looks. Chest looks pretty full, I would say. So I'll show you guys the last set. I get around 9 to 12. That's a weird rep range, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I'd love for you to be able to help me in this set and all, but. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna have to lock it. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm done here. We're gonna go move over to dumbbell incline press. Let's get it, boys. I'm feeling. Ooh, it's gonna be tricky, boys. Hold on. Let's bring this bad Jackson right into the crevice there, eh, buddy? All right, we're going right into it. We're jumping right into it here. I haven't lifted heavy in like a few weeks, so I feel really fresh, and I want to give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I might not be able to get as many reps as normal, but we'll see. Come on, Larry. No, no. So, oh, close call, buddy. So, I felt like that was a really good chest contraction. Now people are gonna comment, oh, you didn't lock out at the top. Right where I felt, I mean, you can see how full my chest is. Personally, that felt where my lockout was for chest. So I think we could do 2 or 3 sets there, at least one more with that weight. And for me, it's all about the control. I was able to control it, so. You guys know I usually hit that for 10, 11, but you know how it goes. Set of dips, first set of dips, cooking up right now. Let's see how many I can get. I'm not gonna, just watch my control on this shit. About right. About right there. Dude, that's fucking hard, bro. Dips are a hard exercise, man. Chest feels pretty good though. We're gonna tweak the form a little bit on the next set, but that felt pretty good. All right, we're gonna do 2 more sets there. And then after that, we'll do 1 more chest. I don't know what I wanna hit yet. I'm gonna think about that right now and I'll show you guys on the next exercise. All right, boys, I ended up doing 4 sets of dips. That was freaking gnarly, bro. So now we're on our last exercise, will be cables. I like it from down, or up to down. And then we only have 14 minutes till the gym closes. We have a perfect chest day, but I'm just gonna pump like my tris and bis up right after this set, just to get a little blood flow from yesterday, kind of do like a little feeder set, get the arms pumped up. So let's get the chest in right now. I could only get 8 there. I only got 8 reps there, but I feel like I honestly feel like that was like pretty perfect control here. Show them in the mirror. All right, I'm gonna go pump the arms up. 3 quick sets of that, and we're out and we're gonna chill and talk. All right, boys, so we're done with chest. Oh man, that was a fantastic, dude. Fantastic chest day. I hit 3 sets of bis and tris right at the end there. Got a quick bi feeder pump. Been ripping honey. Let me show you guys this. Obviously, I got the organic honey, so I've been slugging that. But I do real salt, good high quality salt with EAAs in here. The EAAs I got are unflavored, so they taste like shit. But that's been EAA, salt, and honey throughout your training keeps the pump going, baby. That tastes like fucking shit. Whatever though. All right, that was chest day and a little bit of arms, a little arm pump. It was fantastic. It was a great day. Tomorrow we got what, back?
Yeah.
We got a good back day tomorrow.
Oh yeah. It's good.
So rest of the day, we're gonna go home. We're gonna chill and hang out. I'm probably gonna go do some cardio tonight or some sort of get my heart rate up activity, because then I can eat more. The more I eat, the more I grow, the bigger I get. And, you know, I'm doing this shit not just for me, but I'm doing this shit for you guys too, bro. I know you guys are following my journey hard, and I know you guys want to see me compete at the best I can possibly be. And I'm gonna fucking put in the work. So that means doing some sort of cardio tonight, doing something to get my blood going. One, to be able to digest the food better, and two, to make me hungrier. So we're gonna eat as much as possible. Dude, we ate a fuck ton last night, dude. We ate a fuck ton.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna eat a fuck ton today. Weight's been going up steadily, and sleep's been great. And you know, we are blessed. You know, God is blessing me and Noah, and you know, I'd assume you guys too. You know, He's always watching over all of us, and I'm just feeling very grateful right now for my health and for my ability to train and for my ability to work as hard as I can at the sport that I fucking love, man, which is bodybuilding. So we're gonna cut it here. Let me slug the rest of this real quick. Beautiful sunny day. That's why I got the shades on.
It is perfect out, dude. This is like perfect weather, man.
This tastes like fucking dog shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
disgusting.
All right, boys. We'll see you at home. All right, boys. We're home now from the gym, and we had a freaking awesome day. I just want to tell you guys what I ate after the gym, so you guys kind of know how I schedule out my meals and stuff. After the gym, we came right home. I had 2 of these, so 60 grams of protein, and then I did cluster dextrin. Dude, I'm telling you guys, bro, this, you know, I remember like when all like the Sam Sulek stuff came out, everyone was like, cluster dextrin, it was like a big trend, right? You guys probably remember that when Sam Sulek talked about it, and it became a big trend, bro. Like, I remember I kind of hopped on the trend, I bought some, I tried some, and I didn't really realize how beneficial it was in the time, and I kind of just stopped buying it, whatever. But obviously it's gonna be more beneficial for me because I carry so much extra muscle. But with how much your muscles really use carbohydrates and how hard it can be to get in as many carbs as you really need, you have to supplement a lot with like sugar, right? A lot of you know, have a lot of sugar. Specifically though, before, during, and after your workouts. But this doesn't, it says 0 sugar, and I don't get the feeling of that I just took a bunch of sugar when I drink it. You know, I'm not like, I don't sometimes get like a light headache, or I feel like shit when I have a bunch of sugar. With this, dude, I feel like I'm just basically, I can't even tell the difference. I just know my body now has 60 grams of extra carbs. So and it's expensive as fuck, especially with how much I take. I mean, it's pretty expensive, but it's worth it, man. I use it a lot. So, you know, I'm doing 60 to 75 grams before and after my training. So that's 4 scoops. So that's 4 scoops out of the 75 scoops that are in here. 4 to 5 a day, you know. So this will only last me 25 days. You know, almost $90, you know. But it's worth it, bro, because it's not gonna make you feel like shit. You know, I love it. I love cluster dextrin. I fucking love it. It's really light on my stomach. I can digest it well, and I feel great. I feel carved up. So I just love to do that before and after my workouts 100% of the time. And then usually what I do after that, I always have like, how's the chest looking fucking big? I always have my eyes bigger than my stomach. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of food. So I eat kind of like maybe like a third of this, half to a third, beef and rice. This beef is really tender. It's really good. I just kind of put this over it. I'm full right now. Should I put it back in the fridge?
Yeah, man.
You think? Or should I leave it out?
You always leave it out, and it's nasty.
Yeah, I'll put it in the fridge because I'll probably eat it in like 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll finish that. Because sometimes I like to eat things like slowly at a time. I don't know. I'm just fucking weird like that. So.
Hey.
Anyways, yeah, we're feeling good. Oh, you know what time it is?
Fortnite.
Should we show the boys the edit?
Fortnite time.
Should we show the boys the edit?
Hold it.
Okay, hold on. Let me just throw this in really quick. I need a.
We've been cooking.
Jackie Robinson right now.
We've been cooking. Alright, I guess I can
Boys,
hold it.
type in the comments if you guys like this edit, dude. We think it's fire.
All right, I'm not showing the whole thing because we're going to get copyrighted. Because
Oh, yeah.
song.
Yeah, you're right. What do you guys think, dude?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty sick, bro. I'm pretty hyped. Noah cooked that up for me.
Oh, we're hype. We're hype.
So we're hyped about it. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to have a talk with them. I want you to be on it and hold it. But let's go. I want to have a talk with them. I kind of want to tell them. I want to be honest with them about something. I'm gonna be honest with them.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be real right now. I'm gonna be real with you. So, okay. I have always struggled with addiction, right? A lot of people do. When I find something I really like, I fucking abuse the hell out of it, right? The reason why I'm so adamant, or I was so adamant about quitting smoking 100% is because I couldn't moderate it. I couldn't moderate my use. And also I never really took the time to actually figure out what strains work best for me. Apparently that certain things, like especially people with ADHD, which I think I have, whatever, certain weeds can really affect you poorly, like very poorly. And for me, I never took the time to actually talk to somebody who knows a lot about this and get almost like a recommendation on what to try. So I did that the other night because I went I'll be honest with you guys, I said I was going to quit smoking full time and I did for about 3 weeks. I did fall into a depression, which isn't an excuse for it, but when you kind of are depressed and you feel like that, you kind of get like a I don't give a fuck mindset, like I don't care. And obviously that made it worse, made my depression worse. But then I finally was like, okay, I have to weigh the pros and cons of smoking. Like, typically the biggest reason I have cons for smoking is because if extended use will decrease recovery from REM sleep, and also the next day I feel terrible in the morning. I feel like I don't want to get out of bed, I feel extra tired, and it just like kind of kills the next, not as if physically there's anything wrong, but mentally it kind of gives me cloudy, I don't feel as sharp when I overdo it, right? And when I use specific things, specific strains, whatever. So I got this recommendation, I tried this stuff, a different strain, and I didn't over smoke, whatever. And the reason why I am gonna keep smoking in from time to time, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, is honestly at the end of the day because I can eat that much more food, like when I have it. And that, it's really important for me to be able to eat that much food, especially before I go to bed, because I am on growth hormone right now, and I am trying, I have a show I'm gonna do in March. I'm starting prep in December, right? So I only have, 4 months to really not just build, but densify, like make the muscle I have, you wanna hold it, right? Like say you go from 150 to 180, right? You gain all this muscle, obviously some fat, water, but you gain some muscle, right? You go from 150 to 180, right? And then 2 months after you turn 180, you cut. You are you are more likely to lose more muscle on that cut because you just built the muscle. It's quick to go away. Whereas if you build, you go to 180, like I just said, and you hold it for 6 months and then you cut. This is all bro science bodybuilding talk, but I believe it personally. I mean, you can go find whatever study that contradicts what I'm saying right now. I don't really, whatever you want to do. For me, that makes sense to me logically. And that also is something like, okay, I'm 260. I want to hold this 260. I don't want to just, I'm 260 for a month or two and then I start cutting. I want to hold this 260 and get my body acclimated and basically in my homeostasis of being used to being 260 before I cut, so that I can hopefully hold a lot of that density and a lot of that muscle I just gained. So that's part, it's not just, this phase isn't just growing, because I am going to try and put on a few more pounds. Maybe not necessarily muscle, but a little bit of muscle. People over exaggerate. Like say I go from 260 to 270, I didn't gain 10 pounds of muscle. I gained maybe a pound of muscle and 5 to 10 pounds of water and fat, and water holding in my muscle. It's kind of hard to explain, obviously, right? But back to basically what I was saying is I want to be able to hold this 260, 265, maybe 270, but probably around that 260, 265 range, and hold that and have my body feel comfortable and functional at that weight, so that when I do cut into my show, I'm already densified. I only have to cut maybe 30 pounds, which is kind of what I did last time. I didn't get shredded enough, but in reality I did get shredded enough. I just didn't drop enough water, and my estrogen was all messed up, and I took way too much alcohol the night before the show, which you're probably thinking, Why on earth would you do that? Honestly, that was stupid. I don't know what I was doing. I was self-coaching, and I've heard these people say, oh, some people take shots of tequila the night before the show to get extra dry. Didn't work for me. Did not work for me at all. I had tanning I was the last person to sign up for tanning my first show. You can look at my show pictures. I look absolutely terrible, right? And it's for 3 reasons. I didn't control any estrogen, didn't have any estrogen AIs in there while I was on my peak cycle for the show. I drank like 3 to 4 shots of dark liquor tequila the night before the show, thinking it was going to make me dry out, and I woke up with a headache and felt like shit, could barely keep a pump. And lastly, I just signed up for tanning at the last possible second, so I literally had to do I think it was like 5:45 a.m. the day of the show, and then I barely could go back to sleep after. I had to drive 30 minutes away, get tan, come back, feel like shit. Like I barely slept. I feel like shit. It was honestly horrible. Like show day went probably the worst it could have went, and I still placed 3rd in my class out of like 8. And there's actually some really high tier competitors there too. Years before that, I would have been qualified for nationals. So I assumed like, oh yeah, I qualified for nationals. Top 3 in your class gets national qualification. And come to find out, it's actually, they changed it in 2024, to my knowledge. You guys can double check, correct me on this, but what somebody told me in 2024, they changed it to top 2 in your class get national qualification. So I first thought, I got my qualification, turned out I didn't, which honestly is probably good that I didn't, because I need to figure out my peaking a little bit better. I really didn't peak well. 3 days before my show is probably when I looked the best. And plus adding in the terrible sleep, the tanning super early, the alcohol, it was a horrible mixture. So this next show is going to be the Detroit Pro. It's going to be in March. And yeah, I want to bring the craziest package I possibly can. And it's like me versus me. So if things don't go as planned as I want them to go for that show, as long as I do better than the show before, I'll be happy. But I want to kill, dude. I want to knock this show out of the park. And I want to sweep this show, and I want people to like really respect me as a real bodybuilder, not just an influencer, and I want to go on and do a national show and get my pro card. I'm going to say it. That's what I want to do. Will it happen? We'll see, God willing. But I'm explaining kind of to you guys what went wrong in my last show, how I'm going to fix that going forward. I'm actually not going to self-coach. I'm going to get a real coach. I'm going to listen to my coach. I was very egotistical. I can coach myself, whatever. I think I need someone to really, really kind of tell me exactly what I need to do. And then on top of that, to finish off with like the smoking thing, yeah, I am not gonna lie to you guys. I've decided to keep it in as a tool and use it. And for a while I was gung ho about quitting, because I've quit for a year before. I went a whole year not smoking, and then some depression suddenly would spark it, right? And so I've been on and off with it for a while, and I've been battling it for a while, and I'm tired of fighting it. I'm tired of being like, I can't do this. I don't drink alcohol. I don't vape. I don't. Like, if that's what's gonna help me, one, kind of take the edge off sometimes, let my body stress, because stress is gonna be the number 1 thing that kills you. Gear aside, whatever aside, it's pretty well known stress is the worst thing for your body possibly. So that's gonna, if I start getting into the routine of doing it every night, now we're back into an issue. Noah's gonna help hold me accountable. Not that I need him to be my frickin', daycare teacher, but it's nice to, your friends can help you hold you accountable. If he starts noticing it's, turning into a few extra more nights than we kind of discussed, then I will set myself straight with that. But I am going to keep it in as a tool, because I do find it useful for stress reduction when I do get overwhelmed. I'm dealing with a lot of things with my family, with my dad after the passing, and then the shop and all these things, and a lot of family stuff going on right now. Top of that, I'm doing content every single day as best as I possibly can. So it is a good way to cut that edge off, eat extra food, and get a really good, I make my best content when I smoke a little bit. The way the videos flow together with the music, and I can get them lined up perfectly, it literally brings out my creative energy. So I just want to be transparent with you guys, because for a while I know I preach, I'm done smoking. But I've decided to change my approach towards it and use it as a tool when needed. So I just wanted to be transparent with you guys about that. And yeah, it's hard, because I made a video, on Instagram about, I'm done smoking, day 1, whatever. I don't want to say I'm going back on my word, but you kind of live and learn, and you learn, you adjust, right? And this is kind of me adjusting to what I think is actually going to be most beneficial for keeping my mind in check and my body in check. And like I said, it is very beneficial for me to eat that extra food, to be able to there's a weird thing sometimes when I smoke, it almost feels like I can eat endlessly sometimes, and like right now, like
sometimes when I don't smoke, I feel like, oh man, I could throw up, like I'm full. Sometimes I do smoke, I'm like, oh dude, I could eat more, and I could eat a lot more, and I'll be honest, I did last night, and then today, dude, Noah, how crazy did I look today?
Yeah, you
like,
did.
It's because I had so much extra food in me, and it's not like I'm gonna be eating garbage either. It's not like I'm having munchies or whatever. Like, I have these protein chips, but they're made with egg whites, chicken breast, and something else. I snack on those. I have these low-calorie fudge bars. I know it sounds bad, but they're really low-calorie, low sugar. I'll have those. I'll have protein bars, and I'll obviously have ground beef and rice, my chicken, whatever. But it just allows me to get some extra calories in that I wouldn't normally be able to get because I feel like I'm going to throw up. So it's kind of like a hack around that. Helps take the edge off, and it brings my creativity alive with content, because as much as bodybuilding is important to me, so is content. And so I have to be able to make the content I want to be able to put out there. And I'm not saying I can only make content when I smoke, but I'm just saying sometimes it gives me a little bit of a boost in my rating with the ability to make content. So I kind of went over the same points a few different times, so I'm going to cut that talk off there. But I just don't want to look like a hypocrite. I don't want to look like I'm saying something and going against the same thing I just said. So I just kind of wanted to clear the air. Now, if it does become a problem, like I just said, I'm using it as a tool. If it does become an issue where it turns into an every night thing again, I'm falling into really kind of overdoing it and it's affecting me, then we'll have another discussion, and maybe I do have to cut it off full time. But I think right now, with how me and Noah have everything, and we're really working well together and kind of holding each other accountable, I think there's no reason that I can't use it to my benefit. So that was going to bring me into another topic about kind of like religion and my stance kind of on that, but I don't want to really get too much into religion stuff right now. I've been kind of battling with that in my own head mentally. I feel I have a good relationship with God. I do, Jesus Christ. But I'll just say this, okay? A lot of my depression did stem from me asking myself like a lot of questions and really like overthinking it in my own head. And like, I'm one of those people that really like goes like 0 to 100. Like, I'm either all in on something or I'm all out on something. And like, the whole religion thing, I'm like, is bodybuilding, like, is that what God wants me to do, right? Like, and I feel my heart pulling me towards this and pulling me towards content and bodybuilding and all these things. But sometimes I do think, I'm like, does God really want me to take gear? Does God really want me to eat as much food as I possibly can, be gluttonous? And like, there's a lot of things that has been bugging me within that. But what, am I going to give up on my dream? But I also don't want to be, too involved with earthly pleasures and not follow his plan for me. So I don't want to get too much into it, but that's been kind of bugging me a lot lately. And I think that's part of your journey with religion, is why growing closer to God is asking yourself those tough questions and truly reflecting on yourself in a third person point of view, and really like understanding, like, am I doing this right? Am I, what's the long-term plan here? What's, everything. So I'm going to wrap up the religion talk there, but yeah, I've had some, I've been struggling with that, I've been struggling not with my faith, because I'm completely faithful to that, but I'm almost struggling in what I'm doing, if it aligns with my faith, if I'm actually, being the person I think I'm being, right? It's hard. It's hard to, figure out. It's and a lot of bodybuilders, you see a lot of bodybuilders are very religious, and I consider myself that as well, but it's, there are some contradictions, and there are some things where it's hard to wrap your head around if you're doing the right thing. That's all I want to leave it at there. But yeah, and that was the same thing that goes with weed. Weed technically is frowned upon within Christianity. I'm trying to use it as a tool to help me and not abuse it, but like I said, there's a lot of whatever. I don't want to you guys see how I overthink. You guys see I can talk myself into something and out of something in the same 10 minutes. Like, I just keep going and and look at things in different perspectives in different ways and all these different, whatever. So, just want to tell you guys about the smoking thing, about, some struggles I've been having. And that was a big struggle for me, like, the last 3 weeks. The 3 weeks I took off from Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, I was struggling a lot mentally, like really struggling and really questioning like what is going on with me in my life and everything, all these decisions I'm making. But now that I'm out of that depression and I feel myself again, I feel like I'm doing the right thing again, it has made me reflect and realize I needed to go through those 3 weeks. I needed to, I need to have those harsh talks with myself and feel bad. And like, you have to go through, you wonder, God's going to put you in war zone, in stressful environments, whether I'm putting that in myself. I basically did that to myself because it's my own mindset. But whatever the case is, God's going to, throw certain things at you and see how you're going to handle it, right? I could have let those 3 weeks define the next 3 months of my life. I could have, been depressed and not snapped out of it and stayed in that depression and got even worse, smoking more, maybe adding in drinking. If I add in drinking, there's seriously a problem because I never drink. And I used to be a big drinker before I got into bodybuilding. But that's just kind of what I wanted to say about that. And now that I'm out of that funk and I'm feeling myself again, and I'm praying a lot more and I'm feeling a lot more in touch with God, I've really realized that struggle that was self-inflicted was still very necessary for me to keep growing. So with this whole talk, I know I'm getting deep, but that's just, I hope maybe you guys can pull some similarities to your lives or kind of see some things through my perspective and kind of get, kind of an idea how my mind works. But anyways, it's Sunday night, which means the rest of the night is going to be content. And honestly, Fortnite, man, and now it sounds funny, but like, work hard, play hard, and we don't really play hard, we don't drink, we don't party, whatever, but it's nice to be able to de-stress and play a game. Like, I suck at video games. I don't really like video games at all. There's 2 games I like to play. There's 3 games I like to play. NHL, Minecraft, Fortnite. I suck at Fortnite. I suck at Minecraft. I'm really good at NHL. But I still like to play them because it's fun to play with Noah. It's fun to talk to guys, and I get maybe 2 kills, 3 kills, but it's still fun, man. I have a good time. It's a good way to kind of get your mind away from what's really going on and all the stresses. So that's why with gaming, I like to kind of half shit on it and be like, it's such a waste of time. But if you moderate it properly, it can be a very good stress reducer and a good way to kind of escape reality and kind of let go of the issues you have going on. Obviously, that can turn into the same thing with smoking or drinking. It can turn into an addiction where you're gaming all 4 hours a day, every day. That's, unless you want to be a pro gamer, that's probably not ideal for your success. But it is good to, utilize things to be able to escape that reality and kind of give yourself a break. And so you come back refreshed and ready, when you do need to work hard. So I'm going to get some work done with content. I'm going to keep pushing food as much as I can tonight because we got a big training day tomorrow. And I'm going to enjoy some Fortnite with my boys. It's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I mean, I had a killer chest day. I hope you guys enjoyed the chest day and a little bit of arms. I know we didn't feel the arms, but I had a little arm pump. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this vlog. Tomorrow, what are we hitting on? Back. So after this chest day you guys watch, you guys got a back day coming up pretty soon. And I just want to say, dude, I have so much love in my heart. I may not know you, and I still love you. Like, if anyone ever says, comes up to me, and I don't know them, says, I love you, bro, I'll always say it back because I have so much love in my heart, and I pray for everyone in this world. I don't just pray for my friends, my family. I pray for my close enemies or my worst enemies. I pray for everyone on this earth because we're all God's children, bro. And like, I have no hate in my heart. Like, I love all you guys, and the fact that I have actually people that open up YouTube and like see that I post and are like excited to watch my video. That's like the most rewarding, cool thing in the world for me. And I just want to keep spreading positivity as much as I possibly can. And I know sometimes I do it in a different way, but at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know my heart is pure, and I have only love in my heart. And I hope you guys enjoy our vlogs, and we're gonna keep crushing it, bro. We're gonna keep putting these vlogs out for you guys. So on that note, we're gonna end this vlog. Thank you guys for watching, and get ready for back day coming up, baby. Let's get it.